Hey everybody, whenever you're watching from, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Today we're back in World Cup, another Exception Protocol special run for Season 92. In this season's character pool, I'll be taking Taish, Eos, Bukai, Milao, Dush, Nanaka, Choco, and Sochin. For our protocols, we'll be taking Trust Matrix, Angel Investor, Damage Intercept, Flash Charge Negative, Weak Status Negative, and Fragile Curse. Our first layer takes us to Enigma Sector, and for functions we're going to focus on selected function sets. So we're going to lock Melting Shot and Frozen Shot. Okay, the rest for now. For our pathing, we take either of these advanced zones through this intermediate zone elevator, through this advanced zone, through this function library elevator, through this anomaly area elevator, through this intermediate zone, through this advanced zone, through this advanced zone, through this anomaly area elevator, through this elementary zone. Actually, no, we'll take it through this elementary zone instead, so we'll start over on this bottom line. Okay, so we'll start with, let's have Sochin on the Trojan tile, and then Magnetic on board, and more attack. Okay, Push has more attack, definitely. We'll keep Taish in the back, and let's have Bukai on the head tile, and then Eos over here. We'll put Magnetic on the definitely tile. This is a very weird layout. Okay, and okay, we're gonna lock enemy cleanup. And let's take this elementary zone. Manic in the center. Time 2 snipers over here. We'll put Tash in front of the protector. We'll put Sochin in front of the defender. For these, and then let's take this in the area. Take the 2 random potions. And we're gonna sell Dire Repairs and Coagulator. From here, let's take this advanced over here. Taish in the back, Bukai on the override tile, or on the head tile, that is over here. Now let's put Nanaka over here. Let's pick this up. There's disengagement. And let's take both of these negative protocols. Skipping these. Oh, actually, no, I should have sold those. Did not count the advanced zones. So I missed out on a bit of cash coins there. Could have more, slightly. Let's take this advanced zone over here. Bukai on the herb tile, not going to be good for immunity. Insertion on the Trojan tile. Okay, I think we'll have to swap. Sochin's thought that was too low. Okay, let's pick this up. And from here, we're waiting on 250 cash coins so that I can start buying the functions we unlocked. Let's take this intermediate zone here. Now let's put Nanaka on the head tile this time. Come around in front. We're gonna swap back to Sochin. Okay, and then let's take this function library elevator. Gonna discard these because these are all setless functions. And then let's take this negative area. Hit +1. Ooh, okay. So we'll take this negative protocol. We're gonna delay consumerism because that's gonna make things very expensive. We'll try and time it so that we buy our functions before we have to take this. And then from here, let's take this dancing. There we go. I'll pick this up. Hit as a projection, and now we can buy our functions. So we'll take Melting Shot, Frozen Shot, and Enemy Cleanup. Then we'll take this into Read Zone here. Skip these, and let's take this advanced zone over here. This time I'm gonna put Taisha on the Herta actually. Let's have Citra over here. Okay, from here, pick this up, take Mockery, and we're gonna ignore Hunting Signal. Let's take this recovery area, and we're gonna upgrade. I think we're gonna upgrade Melting Shot here. Let's take this up, Terminal. Okay, now let's take both of these protocols here. Ignore these. For the ennobled area, we'll take the +1 as always. Our secondary takes us to Pierre the Scepter, and for our pathing, we're going to take this recovery area over here, through this recovery area elevator, through this anomaly area, through this intermediate zone, through this elementary zone elevator, through this reinforcement area, through this intermediate zone, through this intermediate zone, through this elementary zone elevator, through this intermediate zone. So we'll start over on either of these two lines. Let's have Searching over here. Actually, we're gonna Searching on the overhead side instead. Then we'll have Taisha over here. Takes too long to clear out the front line. Okay, skip these. Let's take this intermediate zone over here. Search him on the overdrive tower. Monica over here. That was late. We have to be a bit more active with our ults here, since we're taking a lot more damage than normal. Let's take the contract burst. And then let's go take this elementary zone over here. Switching on the overdrive tower. And let's have Taisha on the ranged shield. Okay, ignore these. And let's take this intermediate zone here. Let's have Search him over here, not on the center. Okay, we pick up Miasma and delay consumerism. And let's take Embrittling Salvo and get upgrade to Frozen Shot. Take this intermediate zone. So right here, going like this.
これはあなたのための勝利。
Okay.
冗談よ。
I see tsunami. Since we are running Taish and we end up using a lot of our ults anyway, I think hypothermic wasting and the rest of the I see tsunami set would be useful here. So I think we'll take this. And for the reinforcement area. The reinforcement area, we're not really looking for anyone in particular. We could do the old swap out, swap back in strat. To try and get someone from the base roster but have them with my algos instead of not having them with algos. Also gets them to level 70 because I do have some of them at level 70 already. But nah, I think we're fine here. We can take the random. Okay, it's giving us medic. It'll work well for this. We're not running the teleport team, so we definitely don't want Belladonna. We could use a bit of damage reduction. So Florence is a good option. Sure, we can drop Choco, we can bring in Florence instead. But from here, let's take this Elementary. We can have Florence instead of Nanaka for now. Stop switching over here. Taish on the... actually, okay, on the Regret Tower. Taish up front.
きらめく星々の洗礼のもと光新たな黎明を迎える。
Okay, no are these. Let's take this intermediate over here. Searching on the right top. And then let's have everyone else arranged over here.
きらめく星々の洗礼のもと
In some cases, we might still need mana anyway, just for the prevent death.
浄化者のきらめく星々のせ夏よ輝け。これはあなたのための勝利。
Okay, no these.
冗談よ。
Let's take this anomaly area. And we're gonna take... Ooh, we'll take Dazzle with delay consumerism again. Take this recovery area. And we're gonna upgrade Melting Shot. And for the other recovery area, let's upgrade Embrittling Salvo. And for this recovery area, we're gonna upgrade Embrittling Salvo again. Take this out the terminal. Okay. For this, might actually do need mana for this.
この水獣の威力を味わいな。きらめく星々の洗礼。
Nanaka got hit with Dazzle, so she was silenced.
この水獣の威力を味わいなさい。きらめく星々の洗礼のもと夏よ輝け。
Might be better to have this on auto ultimate actually.
イントロだ。きらめく星々育ち。反応しなさい。最終。氷。
It was not a good idea to have this on auto ultimate. Okay, let's slow this down.
イントロだ。ナナカ、オンステージ。きらめく星々の洗礼のもと光となれ。夏よ輝け。ブリリアントサマー。あんたの悪 もしなさい。回収。必ず来ると信じて。夏よ輝けブリリアントサマー。あんたの悪運もそこまでよ。
Just dying there was a bit unfortunate, but it is the end of this layer anyway, so we get a full reset, so that's fine. We're gonna ignore these. Go for the anomaly area. Let's take the +1. And we're gonna take this negative protocol, again delaying consumerism for as long as we can. Our third layer takes us to Helioscepter, and for our pathing, I think we'll take this advanced over here, through this intermediate zone, through this intermediate zone, through this reinforcement area, through this advanced zone, through this anomaly zone, through this advanced zone, through this anomaly area elevator, through this anomaly area. So we'll start over on this third line. It gives us 3 advanced zones, so I can solve my 3 assist functions there. Just double checking so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're gonna have to fire functions before this advanced zone specifically, so we can avoid taking consumerism. Or avoid buying functions while consumerism is active. Okay. Let's searching on the melee shield. So I have Taish on the Hertol over here. We'll ignore this one in the back. Let's focus our firepower on this side. It's taking too long.
浄化者の戦い方、きらめく星々の洗礼のもと光となれ。この水獣の威力を味わってきらめく星々の洗あんたがきらめく星々の洗礼のもとこれはあなたのための勝利。冗談よ。
Let's take this anomaly area. Take the +1. Take this anomaly area. Take that +1. And I think we're lacking a bit of damage, so I'm gonna roll down here, try to get some functions, fill out our deck a bit. High risk target, I don't want that. We have been breaking insolvent already. Doesn't post the damage a bit, it's also a lot easier to upgrade since it shows up as purple. Okay, if you take Frostbite Spell over here. One facial shot. I mean, honestly, I prefer ancillary cooldown, but I guess I could also just ignore frostbites below there and just wait for ancillary cooldown instead. Never mind, we're upgrading it now. Take fragile label here. Take the upgrade to enemy cleanup. We take kindled militants as well. So we get 2-piece on IC Tsunami. Okay, we can take penetration streak as well. Hopefully that helps a bit with our damage. So let's take this advance on it. And here, let's have Searchin in front of Diligence. Let's have Eos. Actually, let's have Florence over here. Take the teleporter to the Hertel in the back. Or, actually no, we take, yeah, we can do this instead. And then Eos over here. Okay, we might need an allow instead of Searchin. Just for Diligence. Okay, might need Nanaka. It's gonna be a bit difficult to defend everyone here if the setup is like this. Yeah, I think we still need to put them this way.
夜明けこの水獣の威力を味わいなさい。夏よ輝けブリリアントサマー。あんたの悪運もそこまでよ。
It's not gonna work. I have to go double healer?
この水獣の威力を味わいなさい。夏ようさぎ年に夏よ輝け。きらめく星々の洗礼のもと光となれ。さあきらめく星々夏よ輝け。浄化者の戦い夏よ輝けブリリアン。きらめく星々の洗礼のもと光となれ。食べられしゃんこの口でさあ冒険ね。夏よ輝けきらめく星々の洗礼のもと光となれ。イントロだ。なのか夏よ輝けブリリアント。きらめく星々の洗礼のもと光となれ。さあ冒険の始まりよ。夏よ輝けきらめく星々の洗礼のもと光となれ。
Okay, I gave up on trying to save Mila there. We're gonna just swap Sojin in. No, skip the... Actually, no, we'll roll down one. Okay, we'll upgrade Twin Track Bursts. Then let's take this Elementary Zone. Swap Sojin in. And let's have her on the melee shield. Put Tesh back. Okay, so we'll pick this up. Rapid firing. I think we want to drop... we're gonna drop accumulated recycling and go for rapid firing instead. Let's roll one. Take the upgrade to Frostbite's Spillover. So now we're just waiting on Frozen Shot at this point for freezing bullets. And then for burst shooting, there's a lot of upgrades you have to go for. It's a bit tricky. Let's take... Actually no, we still have space, so let's roll down more. Okay, upgrade Frozen Shot. The freezing bullets is now completely fully stacked, so we're gonna move on to our other cards here. For structural embrittlement, the important one is we keep embrittling salvo and then one card that gives us vulnerability stacks. So either immunity reduction or fragile label, either one of them work. And then from there, the rest of the other cards don't matter as much as long as we can get to the 4-piece bonus to get the additional hash rate. Here are the glacial shots. Okay, we're gonna go freezing strike because we don't really have melee units. Our guards don't really count as melee units for that, because we don't expect them to do damage. Okay, we'll take the upgrade to fragile label. And we'll take the upgrade to rapid firing. Take the upgrade to kindled militants as well. And fragile label. Okay, we'll take Cold Snap. So that gives us... Freezing bullets is fully maxed. We're missing... Okay, so we can just wait for Overdrive preset and high risk target just to make things easier for us with structural embrittlement. Burst shooting is a bit trickier because we have quite a few cards that started as blue cards that we have to upgrade all the way. Same thing with Icy Tsunami actually. I don't know if we'll be able to complete the set's bonuses. Let's take this event zone. Let's have Sochin over here, Potash on the Herb Tile. Okay, let's put Nanaka over here. Now that to keep things slow. Diligence being able to one-shot my guard is kind of insane. I don't know if this is going to be viable with just Florence though. Like we might need... Yeah, it's not gonna work, especially if the Raider is gonna go for Florence there. I could run double medic, but then we don't get our ult meter battery.
必ず。さあ冒険。うさぎ年の
Did you really get Dazzle procced on her as I gave her the battery? That's insane. It's insane timing. Oh my god, it happened again. That's not good.
この水準。この水準の威力。
If we do something like this instead.
きらめく星々の洗礼のもと光となれ。浄化者の戦きらめく星々の洗礼のもと光となれ。さあ冒険の始まりよ。夏よ輝けブリリアンだ。イントロだ。ナナカオンステージ。きらめく星々の洗礼のもと光となれ。浄化者の戦い方をきらめく星々の洗礼のもと。
Can't get Mila to like sit still
イントロだ。
after dealing with the raider.
オンステージ。きらめく星々の洗礼のもと光となれ。夏よ輝けブリリアン。
Damage disengagement is also like really there. In a way.
イントロだ。ナナカオンステージ。夏よ輝けブリリアン。浄化者の戦い方を教えてあげる。大衆降臨。まだ思うぞ。さあムカつくやつね。邪魔し。夏よ輝けブリリン。どうか盾の後ろへ。 ち反もしなさい。もう干からびちゃうよ。
Why does the Raider immediately know Searching there?
イントロだ。ナノカオンステージ。きらめく星々の洗礼のもと光となれ。からびちゃうよ。威嚇する気配を感じるでしょ。ムカつくやつね。夏よ輝け。
Why is it with Milla, the Raider doesn't like jump to Nanaka, but with Sochin it jumps to Nanaka, right?
ムカつくやつね。邪魔しないでちょうだい。イントロだ。ムカつくやつね。邪魔。
Okay.
新たな黎明を迎える。
There's a bit of tricky micro there. Oh, we're gonna ignore these. And let's take this reinforcement area. We might need a more solid front line actually. Considering what's been happening. We could grab Croc for the taunt. Actually, no. Who would be better would be Clotho. We can drop. Let's see. Let's drop Milla and bring in Clotho. And then let's take this intermediate in here. Now we can put Kukai back on the board. And I think Clotho should be a bit more stable so we can afford to run Florence instead of Nanaka. Okay, we can take Frozen Stiff here. Or we would lock it. And let's take this intermediate zone here. Clotho on the melee shield. Fish on the overdrive tower. These two over here. Okay. Take the... Actually, now. We're going to have to upgrade our deck now. I'm not sure if we can completely afford it. Ooh. We're short a bit of cash coins. So hold off on the last upgrade. Let's try and get as many potions as we can now. Oh, we didn't get everything we need. So the rest of our functions are going to be very expensive from this point. Let's take this advancing. Cloth over here. Taish on the third tile. Okay, pick this up. Into their counter. And now we have to take consumerism, so that puts us at level 15, 155%. And let's take this recovery area over here. And where we're gonna upgrade here. I think we're gonna have to upgrade something for burst shooting. And that's gonna have to be maybe clean up. Take this out the terminal. For this one, we cloth on another shield, push the teleporter to the reptile over here. We'll put Florence on this reptile. Instead, we don't have connected matrix, so I don't have to stick everyone together. Also not running mana on the board right now. Okay, we'll put this on auto ultimate. Okay, we can take first target and drive reset here. Now we upgrade our deck. So we have a deck size of 18 plus the 3 assist functions, that puts us at 21. Is lost Stalame. 21 is okay for special, not ideal. We get even more usually. From here, so we have structural embrittlement full gold right now, as well as freezing bullets, so that's good. I'm not sure if I can get burst shooting to gold completely. It's going to be a bit difficult since we don't have that many cash points to work with consumerism active. Same thing for IC Tsunami, so I think at this point I'm just going to take gold cards. Because we can't really afford anything else. As much as I would like to take the upgrade there, it's not a guarantee that we can get the other piece we need. So we're gonna give up on lethal increment, penetration streak, frozen stiff, and cold snap. Take lethal shock, crisis management, accumulated recycling. Oh, we don't even have enough flash points, so we're gonna have to take inspiration shot here. So we're actually missing out on 30 points worth, which is not ideal, but you know, consumerism makes managing the cash points a bit tricky anyway. We were a bit luckier with the rolls earlier. Before we had to take consumerism, we'd get probably better value, but it is what it is. So here, we plot the front, and we want to stay away from these hexes over here, because at some point she's going to teleport to the center and then blast everyone who's directly adjacent to her. I'm gonna try and keep her distance as much as possible. I'm gonna have to teleport Florence out somewhere. I could also just drop Florence entirely and we can have Monica instead. She should reach... Oh no, actually, I think I might have to use a bit of this. Clotho should keep Monica outside of the range. But we can put this on obviously on the ultimate. We have Aish for our ult batteries, so we shouldn't have to micro too much here. Eight seconds. Naka did end up getting blasted, actually, and Clotho just kept her alive. That was already an auto ultimate as well, so not sure how else I could have changed that.
なのに飽きたわ。
So that puts us at 7,038. Like I said, we're missing out on 30 points here, since those two purple functions could have been gold. If we had a bit more cash coins to work with, then it was consumerism for our last protocol, but it is what it is. So on the leaderboard, that puts us at number 5, which is pretty good for what we had to like go through. I did end up like not really using that reinforcement area that much. Like I ended up not using Florence anyway. And then we took Qualifier just to keep the team alive on the way to the boss fight, but that doesn't really help with the boss fight proper. Not that we really needed it, I guess. It was really more a matter of actually having the deck size and the cash coins to fill that deck size with gold cards. So if we gotten the 2 other gold cards there, I could have maybe pushed for even higher points, maybe even getting into top 3, top 4, but it is what it is. That's fine. Connection was also like a bit choppy, so I'm gonna have to like cut out some of the vid just to eliminate a bit of the loading there, but yeah. Anyway, that's gonna be it for today. Wherever you're watching from, have a good day, take care, and thanks for watching.